show.
We'd like a Star Wars poster, please.
I knew it. All about the hat.
And snacks.
Remember that feeling? The escalator rides up to the food court, where aromas of buttered pretzels mingled with orange vanilla swirls from Orange Julius. These weren't just places to eat, they were where memories were made. What happened to hot dog on a stick's striped uniforms, Sbarro's massive slices, and Farrell's birthday sirens? In today's video, we are going to grill forgotten mall restaurants that no longer exist. Today's mall food courts feel different. Something's missing, and it's not just the neon signs or plastic palms. Let us know in the comments which of these defunct eateries you miss from yesteryears. York Steakhouse was the answer for shoppers who wanted more than a quick snack. It offered hearty, satisfying meals that felt like real dining. Known for its affordable steak dinners, served alongside classics like baked potatoes and creamy mac and cheese, it became a standout option in the mall food scene. The cafeteria-style service added to its charm, allowing diners to choose their meals while keeping things casual and accessible.
There's the hot side area, where we pass out the steaks to all the customers.
So what are the prices on them? What do they go for?
The prices of the baked stuffed potatoes for a la carte potato are only $1.69. And if you get one with your meal, there's 69 cents each.
However, the rise of fast food chains with quicker service and lower prices made it difficult for York Steakhouse to stay competitive. Over time, it faded from malls as consumer preferences shifted toward convenience over sit-down meals. For those who remember it, York Steakhouse remains a nostalgic symbol of indulgence, when a shopping trip could include a comforting, unhurried dining experience that felt just a bit special. Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips once brought the taste of Britain to American malls, offering a unique dining experience with its golden, crispy fish and perfectly cooked chips. Backed by English actor Arthur Treacher, known for his roles in Shirley Temple movies, the brand exuded authenticity and charm. At its peak in the 1970s, the chain had 826 locations across the U.S., standing out in a sea of fast food burgers and fries. Malls buzzed with the aroma of this British-inspired fare, providing shoppers with a moment of indulgence wrapped in elegance.
It's cool, it's refreshing.
But as fast food giants like McDonald's rose to dominance, offering quicker, more convenient meals, Arthur Treacher's struggled to keep up with the changing dining habits of Americans. The leisurely sit-down experience lost its appeal in the face of drive-thrus and grab-and-go options. Over time, the brand faded from the mall landscape, its golden era coming to an end. Today, Arthur Treacher's lives on in memory, evoking nostalgia for a time when malls weren't just about shopping, but offered a slice of something different. For those who experienced its unique charm, it remains a delicious reminder of the past. Hot Sam Pretzels. Imagine wandering through a crowded mall in the 1980s or 1990s, and suddenly, the irresistible scent of freshly baked pretzels wafts through the air. That was the magic of Hot Sam Pretzels, a staple of mall snacking that turned a simple Bavarian treat into a cherished tradition. Born in Detroit, Michigan, Hot Sam quickly won over shoppers with its buttery, soft pretzels that could be enjoyed salted, plain, or dusted with sweet cinnamon sugar. With 175 locations at its peak, it became a must-visit stop during a shopping trip, its iconic aroma almost demanding you stop for a bite. But as time passed, the story of Hot Sam took a bittersweet turn. In 2005, the chain was sold to Mrs. Fields Cookies and rebranded as Pretzel Time. This shift, though aimed at modernization, stripped Hot Sam of its unique identity, leading to a sharp decline in its presence. What was once a thriving pretzel empire dwindled to only a handful of locations. Today, Hot Sam Pretzels lives on in the memories of those who tasted its warm, golden brown perfection. Nowadays, shoppers think twice about snacks that mallgoers used to enjoy without worry. Orange Julius. Think back to the last time you strolled through a mall, bags in hand, and caught sight of that bright orange cup. For decades, Orange Julius wasn't just a drink, it was a ritual, a frothy burst of citrusy sweetness that felt like a treat every time. It all started back in 1926, when this unique orange drink first captured the hearts of Americans. By 1929, a creamier, frothier recipe skyrocketed its popularity. And by the 1960s, Orange Julius had become a mall staple with over 400 locations across the country. At its peak, it even earned the title of the official drink of the 1964 New York World's Fair. But like many mall favorites, its glory days didn't last forever. In 1987, the brand merged with Dairy Queen, slowly fading into a menu item instead of the standalone star it once was. Today, while you can still order that signature frothy drink at some Dairy Queen locations, the standalone Orange Julius stores have become a rare memory, a taste of a time when malls weren't just about shopping, but about indulging in something special. As Orange Julius faded into the background of Dairy Queen, another mall store was on its way to becoming defunct. Hickory Farms, walking through a mall during the holidays, often meant one thing: Hickory Farms. The smell of hickory smoked sausages and sharp cheddar cheese was impossible to ignore, drawing in shoppers looking for the perfect holiday treat. Founded in the late 1940s, Hickory Farms quickly became a household name, offering beautifully arranged gift baskets and specialty foods that felt a cut above the usual mall fare. By the height of its success, it was the go-to spot for holiday shoppers wanting something more than just another mall gift. But the 1980s brought changes that Hickory Farms couldn't overcome. After being acquired by General Host Corporation, the company faced financial struggles that led to shrinking store numbers. As consumer habits shifted and malls evolved, the appeal of specialty food stores faded. Today, Hickory Farms exists as a nostalgic memory for many. A reminder of festive holiday shopping trips when finding the perfect gift meant stopping by for a taste of something special. The original cookie company, the warm, sugary aroma of freshly baked cookies, was impossible to miss during a trip to the mall in the 80s and 90s. It was the original cookie company, a staple of mall food courts that delighted shoppers with its fresh chocolate chip cookies and colorful displays. Known for its adventurous flavors and tempting treats, it became a must-visit spot for anyone craving a sweet moment during their shopping day. At its height, the company operated in malls across the country, making those irresistible cookies part of the mall experience. However, competition from larger chains like Mrs. Fields and Great American Cookies made it hard for the original cookie company to maintain its edge. After being acquired and rebranded, it slowly disappeared, leaving behind only memories of its once vibrant presence. For those who remember it, the original cookie company was more than just a place to grab dessert. It was a part of the shopping routine, where the sweet smell of cookies felt like a reward for every visit to the mall. Kenny Rogers Roasters. There was a time when mall food courts weren't just about quick snacks. They also offered hearty, home-style meals, and Kenny Rogers Roasters was a standout. Backed by country music legend Kenny Rogers himself, this chain served up wood-fired rotisserie chicken and fluffy corn muffins that kept shoppers coming back for more. During the 1990s, the brand expanded rapidly, boasting 350 locations across the country and carving out a niche for those looking for something more filling than standard fast food. But the competition in the fast food industry was fierce. Giants like KFC and Boston Market dominated the rotisserie chicken market, making it hard for Kenny Rogers Roasters to maintain its momentum. By 1998, the chain filed for bankruptcy, marking the end of its peak era. Today, Kenny Rogers Roasters is remembered fondly as a celebrity-backed chain that brought a touch of comfort food to malls. Puppin' Taco was a quirky fusion of flavors that delighted mall-goers with its unique mix of American and Mexican-inspired fast food. From chili dogs to crunchy tacos, the menu catered to those who couldn't decide between a hot dog and a burrito, so they served both. This playful approach to food made it a hit for shoppers looking for something fun and satisfying. Despite its charm, the chain eventually faced stiff competition and was bought out and rebranded, leading to its decline. As malls evolved and food trends shifted, Puppin' Taco became a fond memory rather than a dining option. For those who experienced it, Puppin' Taco was an adventurous combination of flavors that perfectly captured the mall's carefree spirit.
We'll make your day a Puppin' Taco, just fancy.
The Great Steak and Potato Company was a go-to spot for mall-goers craving something more substantial than a quick snack. Known for its sizzling cheesesteaks and loaded baked potatoes, it combined hearty comfort food with the convenience of a food court. Whether it was a fresh, made-to-order steak sandwich topped with onions and peppers, or a baked potato piled high with sour cream and bacon, this chain offered meals that truly satisfied. Despite its popularity among those who wanted a filling meal, it couldn't compete with the changing pace of food courts, leading to its gradual disappearance. For those who remember it, the Great Steak and Potato Company was a reminder that food courts once offered meals that could truly fill you up. Its legacy lives on as a favorite of those who prefer something hearty after a day of shopping. Chick-fil-A's Dwarf House wasn't just a restaurant, it was a charming nod to the brand's roots. Tucked inside select mall food courts, the Dwarf House featured quirky touches like miniature doors for kids and a menu that went beyond the classic chicken sandwich. Alongside their famous sandwiches, you could order southern staples like cornbread and collard greens, making it a unique dining experience. Over time, as Chick-fil-A grew into the fast food giant we know today, the Dwarf House concept became a rare sight. Larger modern Chick-fil-A locations took over, phasing out the nostalgic charm of its smaller counterpart. For those lucky enough to visit one, the Dwarf House wasn't just a place to grab a meal, it was a piece of history. It remains a fond memory of a simpler, more personal dining experience tied to the brand's beginnings. Roy Rogers. Restaurants brought a touch of the Wild West to mall food courts with their hearty meals and a signature twist, the Fixin's Bar. At its peak, the chain operated over 600 locations, serving up favorites like roast beef and fried chicken sandwiches. What set Roy Rogers apart was the freedom it gave customers to personalize their meals, piling on as many pickles, onions, and sauces as they wanted at the Fixin's Bar. This unique feature made dining there feel less like fast food and more like a tailored experience. However, the 1990 sale to Hardee's marked the beginning of the end. Many locations were rebranded or shut down entirely, and the chain lost the distinct identity that had made it a standout. For those who remember, Roy Rogers was a place where meals felt personal, hearty, and a little bit different. Dalton Cafe was a hidden gem tucked inside Dalton bookstores, creating a perfect retreat for book lovers and caffeine enthusiasts alike. After browsing the shelves, shoppers could settle into the cozy cafe with a cup of freshly brewed coffee and a pastry, surrounded by the comforting aroma of new books and warm drinks. It offered a serene spot to unwind in the middle of the bustling mall atmosphere. As big box bookstores and digital reading platforms began to dominate the market, Dalton and its cozy cafes faded away. For those who spent quiet moments in a Dalton Cafe, it wasn't just about the coffee. It was about the experience of slowing down and losing yourself in a story, with a comforting cup by your side. Morrison's Cafeteria brought the warmth of home cooking to the mall, offering a comforting selection of southern classics like fried chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, and freshly baked cornbread. Sliding a tray along the cafeteria line to pick out favorite dishes felt like a little slice of home in a bustling mall. With 151 locations spread across 13 states, it became a go-to spot for shoppers looking to enjoy a hearty, sit-down meal during the hustle of a shopping day. However, as fast food chains rose to dominance, Morrison's leisurely dining style fell out of favor. Allegations of racial discrimination during the civil rights movement further tarnished the brand's reputation, leading to its decline. For many, Morrison's Cafeteria remains a nostalgic memory, a place where comfort food and warm, familiar flavors brought a touch of home to every mall visit. Sbarro was the pizza spot that mall-goers couldn't resist, with its oversized slices, gooey cheese, and garlicky aroma wafting through the food court.
Sbarro, more than pizza.
It wasn't just about the taste. It was about the experience of grabbing a slice so big you had to fold it to take a bite. But as consumer tastes shifted toward healthier and more gourmet dining options, Sbarro struggled to keep up. Even so, Sbarro remains a fond memory for those who grew up with it.
Stop eating at Sbarro.
A reminder of carefree mall days where grabbing a slice of pizza was as much a part of the trip as browsing the stores. Ponderosa Steakhouse brought family-friendly, buffet-style dining to malls, offering hearty meals that felt like a true indulgence. Known for its juicy steaks, mashed potatoes, and an all-you-can-eat buffet, it was the perfect spot for those who wanted a full meal after a day of shopping. The casual atmosphere and affordable prices made it a favorite for families. As malls shifted toward quicker, more fast-paced food options, Ponderosa began to lose its place in the food court lineup. Over time, its presence faded, unable to compete with the speed and convenience of newer dining trends. Burger Chef. Before fast food giants like McDonald's took over, Burger Chef was making waves with its innovative approach to dining.
Hello, welcome to Burger Chef.
We'd like a Star Wars poster, please.
I knew it.
The chain stood out for its Works Bar, a self-serve station where customers could load up their burgers with as many toppings as they wanted. Whether it was extra pickles, lettuce, or a dollop of ketchup, Burger Chef gave diners the freedom to make their meals exactly how they liked them. For a time, it was a beloved stop for mall-goers who wanted a more personal and interactive dining experience. But as bigger chains with larger budgets expanded, Burger Chef struggled to compete. Slowly, its locations dwindled, and eventually, the brand disappeared entirely.
Open wide, America! Burger Chef's got thick, juicy, terrific burgers for you!
For those who remember it, Burger Chef was about the fun of creating a meal that felt uniquely yours. It's a nostalgic reminder of a time when fast food could still be a little creative. The Magic Pan brought a slice of French charm to the mall food court.
You know why I like the Magic Pan? It's my kind of place.
With its sweet and savory crepes. Known for its unique rotating pan and elegant presentation, it offered a dining experience that felt refined yet accessible. Whether you opted for a rich chocolate-filled crepe or one stuffed with creamy chicken, every dish came with a touch of sophistication that made it stand out in the bustling mall environment. However, as food trends shifted toward quicker and more casual dining options, the Magic Pan struggled to keep up. Its slower, more deliberate approach to food no longer aligned with the fast-paced demands of mall-goers, leading to its decline. Even so, the Magic Pan remains a fond memory for those who experienced it, a reminder of the days when a trip to the mall could include a small taste of Parisian elegance. Hot dog on a stick. Before big chain restaurants took over mall food courts, hot dog on a stick stood out with its bright uniforms and fun way of making food. Workers wore eye-catching red, white, and blue outfits and made everything right where people could see it. What made the place special was watching them make fresh lemonade. Workers would use big metal tools to squeeze lemons into sweet drinks while shoppers watched. The shop started small at Santa Monica Beach in 1946 and grew into a mall favorite. Everyone knew them by their happy workers in police-style hats who made ordering food feel like going to a show. Today, many malls are closing, and so are many hot dog on a stick shops, but people still remember it as a place where getting fast food was fun, not just quick. Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor. The sound of sirens and drums meant only one thing at the mall. Someone at Farrell's had ordered the famous Zoo Sundae. This ice cream parlor turned every visit into a party, with workers dressed in striped vests and paper hats running around ringing bells and shouting happy birthday songs. When the zoo came out, carried by two servers on a stretcher, everyone in the restaurant stopped to watch the show. It was just one of their fun treats, along with others like the Pig's Trough and Mount St. Helens that made kids' eyes grow wide. Starting in Portland in 1963, Farrell's grew to more than 130 shops across America, bringing its old-time ice cream parlor style to malls everywhere. Though most stores closed by the 1990s, people still smile when they remember how a simple ice cream shop could turn an ordinary day into something special. Thank you for taking this nostalgic journey with us through forgotten mall restaurants that no longer exist. It's fascinating to see how mall food courts have evolved, with many iconic chains disappearing over time. These historic mall restaurants still hold a special place in our memories, and it's hard to forget the unique dining experiences they once offered. If you enjoyed exploring these lost mall food courts, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to American Vintage Tales for more trips down memory lane.